welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, this is Get Fit with Rachel. My name is Rachel and welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Boy, do we have some incredible things coming down the pipeline. Everything from strength to crazy cardio to crazy workouts, different style of gyms, and so much more. And I want you to be here for all of it to enjoy it with me. All right, the topic for today is, can you really melt those pounds away from walking? Well, the answer is yes, if you're doing it correctly. So here's the thing. The average person really only walks anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 steps a day. And we need to be walking more if you want to see a significant difference, and also just to have that healthy lifestyle, right? We don't want to be sedentary for so many reasons. I know for me with my lupus, the more I'm sedentary, the more those joints just get tight, they start to hurt, and when we're active and we keep moving like walking, then they get lubricated with all that good stuff that our body provides us with. So the truth is, we've never lived sedentary lifestyles. Our ancestors were constantly on the move, right? So it's in our DNA, it's in our makeup. We are supposed to keep going. We are not supposed to just be sedentary. So the funny thing is, when I was telling some folks about these studies and even seeing the proof in the pudding, when I told them 2,000 to 4,000 steps, a lot of them thought that was a lot. We need to be anywhere from 8, 14, 12. Most people generally stick with right in that 10,000 steps, right? So if you are not just tracking your steps, that's going to be anywhere from an hour and a half. So here's the deal. You might be thinking to yourself, no man, my HIIT workout burns so many more calories and I know it. Well, yeah, they are incredible, and I am not putting those down because boy, oh boy, do I love them. But when we're looking at a HIIT versus walking, you are going to burn more calories if you're not doing the walking right. So we know we need to get in, anywhere from 10,000 to an hour and a half worth of walking. Now that we've got the walking in, it's just like any other workout, right? You need to make sure you have progressive overload, whether that's on a hike, making sure if you're on a treadmill, you start to do an incline. You need to create variation because your body will plateau if you're keeping it the same. Once you've kind of met that peak, you're going to plateau in anything that you do performance-wise. That's why you always try to take it to the next level. So remember, you have to have progressive overload. We have our hour and a half worth of walking, 10,000 to 12,000 steps, however you're tracking that. So now we're saying to ourselves, I don't want to walk for an hour and a half straight. Guess what? You don't have to. You can break it up. You can walk in the morning, the afternoon, the evening. You can break it up however you want to. And if you're a mama or a daddy, let me tell you, this is the best thing that you can do for your family, introducing this. Our family, we like to take walks in the evening after supper. And let me tell you, it has been absolutely transformative for my children, especially my older son. The reason why this is so incredible is now we're looking at it in totally different form, right? The truth is, you're already introducing youth physical fitness and development. Why is this so awesome? Because now you're setting your child up for physical fitness adaptations at a young age, so hopefully they can carry it on through their lifetime. We need to make sure that we are eating correctly, right? So obviously you want to introduce this to your children as well, but when we're looking at walking to lose weight, we need to remember that just walking isn't going to do it, right? You have to have your nutrition on point. You need to make sure that it's calories in versus calories out. Yes, that's an oversimplification. I realize that there's so much more involved, especially as we get older. But the bottom line is you should hopefully be tracking your calories. If you are not tracking for multiple reasons, then you need to make sure that you are getting good sized portions in, as well as a good amount of protein and a good amount of fiber, especially as we get older. And remember, calories in versus calories out. Once again, I realize that's an oversimplification, and at the end of the day, that's kind of what it amounts to. So we know we're at 10,000 calories. 10,000 calories. Yeah, all right. I wish. Okay, now we know we're at 10,000 steps and or an hour, hour and a half. We can break it up through the day. We can walk with our family, which is incredible because now we're introducing that physical fitness. The reality of the situation is we also need to make sure our nutrition is on point if you truly want to lose that weight. And lastly, you need to strength train, okay? This is incredibly important for so many reasons. I know times are different and we're learning so much more, and a lot more women know now about strength training than they ever have, and they're realizing that they're not going to blow up some big crazy strong lady. It's not quite like that. It's not quite that easy unless you are just a genetic freak of nature. But we need to make sure we have our strength training on point. And once again, that programming needs to be on point as well, right? You need to make sure you're doing your progressive overload with that, whether it's variation or... So now we know we have our walking, we have our strength training, and we have our nutrition all checked off and doing well with it. Here are some of the benefits from walking. Like I had mentioned, we know that it's going to lubricate our joints, which is huge. We know that it reduces diabetes, cardiovascular, your natural human growth hormone. It will reduce cortisol. Why? Because mental clarity, you're feeling better, you're releasing those endorphins. Also, through strength training and walking, now we are going to do body recomposition. What is that? Well, basically, you are strength training and losing fat, not just weight, right? That is so incredibly important. But at the end of the day, this all comes back to a couple of things, right? It's making sure you're getting your steps in the right way, making sure your nutrition is on point, you got your strength training component, as well as getting in good sleep and all that other jazz. Now I want to roll it back a minute. Well, can I still do HIIT workouts? Can I still do CrossFit-esque style workouts? Heck yeah, you can, right? That kind of goes hand in hand with talking about earlier. We should be getting in our steps regardless. Nobody should be living these sedentary lifestyles the way we have been living, right? I know that sometimes the reality is you go in, you get a 30-minute or an hour hardcore workout if you're doing that HIIT, and then you might have to go to work and sit all day. I understand that's the reality, but if you can, maybe at your lunch break, you can break it up by walking. Or if you're thinking to yourself, I can't do all that, then that's going to be your decision, and you're going to have to figure out how you want to try to get those steps in. But the bottom line is you need to make sure you're getting enough steps doing your progressive training, even with your walking. Once again, walking faster, weighted vest or anklets, hiking, doing an incline, changing up that walking variation. So this is just a little food for thought to help you guys make sure you're getting those steps in properly. You guys are amazing. I love you. Make sure you subscribe. I want to be here with you guys, growing together and getting what? Stronger together. You guys are incredible. Have an amazing day, week, and more. Bye, y'all.